Have you ever wondered what happens when a low-cost airline hits severe turbulence, not in the air, but on its balance sheet? Well, Spirit Airlines is currently in the middle of a high-stakes financial drama that could reshape its future, and today, we're diving deep into what's really going on. Spirit Airlines, known for its bright yellow planes and no-frills fares, is in a race against time. The airline is currently operating under Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection and is desperately trying to unlock crucial funding to stay afloat. The key to this funding? Securing a massive $100 million in concessions from its own pilots and flight attendants. Let's break down the numbers. Spirit has a $475 million financing package, known as debtor in possession or DIP financing, which is essentially a lifeline for companies in bankruptcy. They've already burned through nearly half of it just to keep planes in the air and pay their bills. To get the rest of the money, the airline has to prove to its lenders that it's making serious moves to cut costs. And that's where the unions come in. Spirit's management has approached both the Airline Pilots Association, or ALPA, and the Association of Flight Attendants, AFA-CWA, asking for a combined $100 million in cost-saving measures. This isn't just a friendly request, there's a serious deadline. The airline needs to show it has a deal in principle, with at least one of these major unions by this Thursday to access the next chunk of cash. The pressure is immense. If the negotiations fail, Spirit has warned it might use a powerful tool in bankruptcy court called Section 1113. This would allow the company to bypass the unions and ask a judge to impose changes to their contracts, something no one wants. The Flight Attendants Union has already been notified of this potential move, which essentially puts a ticking clock on the talks. So, how are the unions reacting? As you can imagine, it's a tense situation. The Association of Flight Attendants confirmed that discussions are happening at a frantic pace. In a memo to its members, the union acknowledged the tight deadline and the risk of the company going to court to force cuts. However, they've drawn a line in the sand. They are refusing to accept any reductions to base pay or increases in what they pay for healthcare. They argue that any concessions must be temporary and directly linked to Spirit's long-term recovery plan. Meanwhile, the pilots, represented by ALPA, are also evaluating the proposals, but it's unclear if a deal is close. Both unions are in a tough spot, trying to protect their members' jobs and hard-won contract terms, while also facing the reality that without these concessions, the airline's future could be even more uncertain. This isn't just about labor negotiations, though. It's part of a much bigger restructuring effort. Spirit has already made some painful cuts. Just recently, they announced plans to furlough about 1,800 flight attendants, which is nearly a third of their entire cabin crew workforce. They've also been dropping unprofitable routes, returning leased aircraft, and giving up airport slots to slash expenses wherever they can. Believe it or not, this is Spirit's second time filing for Chapter 11 in less than a year. The first attempt was a pre-packaged deal that didn't fundamentally change the business, and the cash ran out quickly. This time, according to CEO Dave Davis, the goal is a deeper transformation. They're trying to resize the airline to better match current travel demand and finally achieve sustainable profitability. What happens next is critical. If Spirit can secure voluntary agreements with its unions, it will send a strong signal of stability to its lenders and the court. It would show that everyone is working together to save the airline. This would be a huge step toward emerging from bankruptcy as a healthier, more resilient company. But if they fail to reach a deal, the path forward becomes much rockier, potentially leading to court-imposed contracts and further turmoil. The next few days will be decisive for Spirit Airlines, its employees, and even the low-cost travel market as a whole. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops. What do you think about this situation? Can Spirit pull through, or is this a sign of deeper trouble for budget airlines? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more updates on the airline industry. See you next time.